Listening for all of my Cancer sun, moon, and rising signs. I left off on Leo last month. I'm sorry I didn't get to Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. I told you guys I would, but as you see, things did not work out that way. So Cancer, I'm starting off with you for November. And I actually was going to start with Scorpio because it's their birthday month. So if there's any Scorpio moons or anything listening, I'm going to do you guys after Cancer. So look for your video for later today. Must be a water sign kind of day. But when I thought about doing Scorpio, my thoughts went to Cancer because I said, Cancer was going to be the first one I do. But like I said, it's Scorpio's birthday, so I was going to do Scorpio. But then I said, when I thought about Cancer and I was pondering on Cancer, I had some different thoughts and messages come in about Cancer. So I had to skip to you guys because of, things that were messages that were coming through for Cancer. So, I swear I didn't even want to read Cancer last month in October. So I'm not saying I didn't do you guys on purpose, but I'm just saying I'm a Cancer, so I didn't even want to see. I didn't even want to, know what was in the cards, to be really honest. But Cancer, here we are back for November 2016. And just a few things before we get started. I have your cards laid on the table. But before I get into the decks I'm using, I just want to say, today I'm on the East Coast. So on the East Coast, there's gonna be a new moon in Scorpio. It's gonna happen about 1:36, 1:38 p.m. If you're Central Time, it's about 12:38, 12:36, 12:38. 1 second, guys. So on today, October the 30th. So this video will be up before that time, and that's just to tell everybody out there with a Scorpio new moon. Scorpio is a very powerful sign. It rules the 8th house, death, transformation, regeneration, the phoenix rising from the ashes. The Scorpio new moon, not before it happens. You don't want to start any of your rituals or your asks, A-S-K-S, your asks, prior to the new moon, because everything that's old is kind of swept away. It's going out with that those phases of the moon that has just passed, and we're coming into a whole new moon in the powerful sign of Scorpio. And if you know any Scorpios get things done. So that's a time to really think about death, rebirth, transformation, just letting whatever doesn't serve you, whatever didn't work in the past, letting that go, letting those things die, and really going through that transformation and taking that inner transformation onto an outer transformation to become and to bring into fruition the things that you really want to see in the direction you want to see your life going. So I would say, after that new moon time, you guys do your rituals and ask for the things that you really want, the things that you really want to create, the things that you really want to see in your life, and whatever kind of affirmations you do, whether those are things you write down, whether you put things under your pillow, you might want to bury something in the ground. I don't know what you guys do or want to do, and you can look up, all kinds of rituals and affirmations and just practices and things you can do just to ask the spirits and ask the universe to bring better things into your life if that's what you want. I mean, even if you're doing good, we always can be doing better. There is always work to be done. There is life. The only thing constant in life and the only thing that doesn't change is change. So there is always a metamorphosis going on from the caterpillar to the butterfly with everybody. And especially with this being on October 30th, guys, which if you've read around, if you listen to videos and you've read different things that are out there, it's the thinning of the veil, which AKA going into Halloween. And it's just a time where, people believe that astral plane, that door to the astral plane, that door to the other realms is a lot easier to penetrate, a lot easier to connect with the spirit world, to bring spirits in, or for spirits to get to where they need to be. And it's not a negative thing. One thing that I'm really seeing in this work is you really have to be familiar with the positive and the negative to be able to do the positive work. So just like there are people out there that are going to do their rituals and spells, their chants and everything, and they may do it for devilish things or demonic things or negative things, there has to be the angels, the good witches who do it for the positive, so that we can counteract the negative, because the war is really spiritual. And that's when even on a personal level, the fight always comes down to yourself. It's not a fight with the outside world. It's always a personal fight with the self. So on October 30th, after about 1:38 p.m. East Coast Standard Time, you guys do want to do your rituals and ask the universe to bring into your life transformation, regeneration, good things. It's the 8th house also rules others' resources. So just whatever you want to come into your life, whatever you want to manifest, you just really want to put that out there into the universe so you can see those things come to you. And then moving on with my specific message for Cancer. The reason why I had to do Cancer before Scorpio is because, I was thinking about Scorpio. I wasn't thinking about him too hard, and really wasn't getting any messages, wasn't hearing anything for spirit really strong on Scorpio. So then, like I was telling you, I was thinking to Cancer, because I was like, oh, well, Cancer was my next sign. And as I thought on Cancer, the song Drake and Rihanna, if you guys are familiar, if you're not, you can go Google it. The song Take Care. If you let me, here's what I'll do. I'll take care of you. I'll take. So anyway, that really used to be my jam, guys. I wasn't a big, Drake fan, nor Rihanna either. I love her fashion, and whoever dresses her fashion sense. But I really wasn't. And her personally, I probably liked her more personally than even her music. But they do have songs, both of those. I've come to like Drake more, come to like Rihanna a little more. I mean, I like some of her songs. She's not a person who I get an album and just listen to it straight through. But this last album that she had some really good songs on there. But the Drake Take Care song, I always like that song, but I haven't heard it in a while. Haven't played it in a while, but that song really came to mind for Cancers. And I feel like it's not so much about you taking care of other people, it's about you taking care of yourself, Cancer, so that you then can take care of other people. It's a time, especially like I talked about with the new moon, it's a time for new things, a transformation, a regeneration. This is different. This time is different from where you've been, but you got to realize that, and you got to catch up. You don't always have to have the locks on. When people have alarm systems, a lot of times they turn them off during the day because they're coming and going. The doors are opening and closing. But you won't know, and you won't ever go anywhere if you always stay locked up. So, you guys really have to take care of yourself. And in turn, you will take care of other people wonderfully, because it's natural. It's what you do. So I don't have to tell you to take care of other people, because you do that, and you're really good at that. But I do have to tell you to take care of yourself. And that's on whatever level, guys. Mentally, spiritually, listen to what I'm saying about doing whatever rituals, whatever things you need to do as we go into the Scorpio new moon, because Scorpio is a powerful sign. The sign that rules death, regeneration, the occult, the underworld, that's a powerful sign. So, all things taboo that people don't want to talk about, the good and the bad, you know what I mean? And you have to be able to see all of that, and in turn still reflect back on yourself with love and a sense of taking care of yourself by looking at the small picture, which breaks down into little details. So you have to look at all of those things. And like I said, just take care of yourself. Love yourself. Take care of yourself health-wise. Take care of yourself, and realize it's okay to open up, and it's okay to move on. Because once you take care of yourself, when Cancer takes care of itself, you are the best to other people. You know what I mean? And you give the best to other people, and you take care of people like nobody's business, and you love people unconditionally. But you gotta take care of yourself so that you can open up and do those things, Cancer. So I'm just going to jump into the reading. I'm using 3 decks. I'm using the Past Life deck by Doreen Virtue. I'm using the Romance Angels deck by Doreen Virtue. And I just feel a need to like shuffle cards, guys. I'm using the Past Life deck by Doreen Virtue. And I'm using Tarot the Complete Kit deck, my little mini deck that I like. So Cancer, for this month, the issues at hand, and this is a love and relationship reading, guys. So this is going to pertain to all things love and relationships. I would say primarily the messages are probably going to come off for your love relationship with significant others, or if you're single, what's going on in your love life. And it also could come off for family things too, guys. I mean, you just have to apply it. These are general readings. A lot of people listening, so you just have to apply it to how it works in your life. And always, check out your sun, moon, and rising. So, Cancer, the issue at hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had to count sometimes with these Roman numerals, but the issue at hand is like I want to say just moving on. And you got not being able to move on from past hurts and deceptions and things like that. People who try to deceive you and they wear false masks, because we did get the deception card sort of in the past position with the Doreen Virtue card, and I also had the 6 of Swords out of Tarot the Complete Kit telling me what the issue at hand was. So it's just not really being able to move on and stewing in emotional pains and emotional hurts and things of that nature. 1 second, guys, I gotta take a drink. Just stewing and just and whatever it is, past hurts, deceptions, and even lies you tell yourself. You know what I mean? Because these don't always have to be lies from other people. These could be the lies that we tell ourselves. Yeah, I'm okay, or no, that doesn't hurt, or that doesn't bother me when people do these things. You know what I mean? And Cancer, that's why I said it's a time of transformation and rebirth and different energy. You got to come in and be honest with yourself and honest with other people, and also realize that the 6 of Swords, I don't necessarily like to see the 6 of Swords in reverse, because it's like you're not moving on. You just sitting in the water, you're sitting in the boat with all of that emotional hurt and that emotional pain, and you won't, when we get over things and when we process things and take care of ourselves, we move on. We don't necessarily leave past experiences behind, but you just recognize why those experiences happen, the lessons you learn from those experiences, and then you take the good parts with you. Not to say you'll ever forget the bad, but you don't let it have a bearing on where you go as you move forward in your life. So, there has been some hurt. There has been some deception. There has been some pain. I'm getting quite a few Swords cards in your reading, but the thing about it is all the Swords cards are upside down. So at the same time, even if you may be not moving on or slow moving on, because I think whatever's going on, you're moving really slow. As I see with some of the other cards on the table, you have the worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So unlike you've maybe done things before with rushing into things and things of that nature, divine timing is at work in your life. I mean, if you really believe and you're taking care of yourself and you go within to do the work, what's meant for you is gonna come. So it's also a good thing that I see some of these swords in reverse, because it tells me that it's not so much hurt and pain is going on right now. It's just trying to process and get over things sort of that have happened. And that's what I really get in the reading, because it's like you guys have had opportunities, you've had offers, you've had good things, but new beginnings. You have the Ace of Cups, so new beginnings of good emotional feelings and things like that. They're just, the aces are wonderful starts. It's wonderful and powerful starts. The Aces of Cups is a wonderful, positive cup full of emotion, good things, happy things that could be. But with the ace, it's always a start. They're the most powerful cards in the deck. So it's not the most powerful cards in the deck, but think of when you're playing cards and you have an ace. Ace beats almost anything besides twos if they're wild and the jokers. So it's a powerful card. It's a powerful start. It trumps a lot of things, but it's also one of those things of what you're going to do with it, how you're going to play it. Because if you hold your aces and you don't play them right, somebody going to bust out on you with the two, two of spades, or they going to bust out on you with the jokers. So you got to know how to play the aces, because it could turn out good or it could go the other way, depending on what you do with what's given to you. So you may have been in a situation, you may have started a situation, and then you could have even let past hurts or deceptions kind of taint your mind, or you could have seen that someone was being deceptive or being hurtful. So that cup full of wonderful and positive things that was being offered, you just were like, okay, well, no, I'm gonna cut this off, because I feel like there's deception. I feel like there's in some of your love relationships, there may have been more than one person. And in the relationship, and I don't really feel like it was you. I feel like it's the person you're dealing with, but it could be you as well too, Cancer. And you could have just cut everybody off. You could cut everybody off, because it's like too much was going on. There were too many people involved, too many things going on, and you just decided to cut it off because Cancer, I feel like you're at a point where you're not going to deal with a lot of BS. And what you want is worth waiting for. And you may have learned some lessons from these deceptions and whatever these hurt emotions are in the Six of Swords in reverse that don't allow you to move on. And I really wish I could lay some Lenormand cards. I mean, the six is pretty clear in reverse, but then you do have the King of Swords in reverse. So I wish I could lay some Lenormand cards on that, guys, but we don't have time. And even more so important, it's not going to matter, because the things that you want, the commitments and everything, it is going to come. First, you make a commitment to take care of yourself, like I already talked about. And then all the information that you're wondering, the things that you want to know is going to be revealed. You've been holding on to what you know. You've been holding on to how you feel for a while, because giving your love to somebody, Cancers, once you're in, you're all in. It's nothing you wouldn't do. And unfortunately, you guys love pretty unconditionally through a person's flaws and all of that. So you really have to be careful and take care of who you let into your life, the things you do and what you do. And that's why you're waiting, because it's not a time to just frivolously give to people and just not take care of yourself and put yourself first. Because if you notice, it's not a good thing to always give, but you never get anything in return. It's just how you end up hurt. That's how you end up disappointed, and that's not taking care of yourself. So we can't take care of anybody else until we take care of ourselves. So with the Three of Swords in reverse, you may have just cut some things off and kind of went back into yourself. So, you say, no, I don't really want to party like that. I don't really want to be out there like that. And I don't really want to deal with all these different people. And if it's somebody that you're dealing with, you're not going to deal with people that's dealing with a whole lot of people, because you know that you're worth more than that. You're worth more than to be deceived, to be told falsities. And with you being a high priestess, nobody can tell you anything to get anything over on you, because you're just not gonna go for it, Cancer. You know what you know, and what that's gonna lead to is other people, maybe being a little upset and things like that. But it's gonna lead them to have to be honest. Just be leery. The communication might be something to set you off a little bit with this King of Swords in reverse. When the King of Swords is upright, he knows how to handle that sword. He knows how to convey that information. If he has to come down with the sword, or that's not what he wants to do. He wants to be there to help. He wants to be there to guide. The King of Swords is someone you can go to. It's someone you can rely on. It is, honesty. It is, when that King of Swords is upright, that is a really, reliable man. And, it could go either way. It could be a woman also. But I do believe these cards kind of come out how they're supposed to. But if you're a guy watching this, it could represent a woman, or just this kind of person in your life. It could be a father figure, somebody, friends that are giving you maybe advice that isn't so great, or just, when that King of Swords is upside down, I just see somebody being sneaky, being abrasive, doing things to kind of hurt someone else, because there is a lot of power in the sword. The swords are the communication suits, the mental suits. So the king is more manipulative when he's upside down, and not so much righteous and honest. But I feel like what's caused that king to be like that is the energy you put out and what you're doing, because you're really not taking any stuff, and it's caused that energy, that king of swords energy, to kind of not be happy with that, and kind of act out or say things or do hurtful things, and things that you may find, because of how you are protecting yourself, or because of how you're handling things, Cancer, you may find other people not so happy with it and things like that. But again, you know what you know. You need to trust your instincts, trust your gut, and don't let like I said, you're most important. You have to take care. Don't let anybody take you off your path. Don't let people deceive you, because nobody can really deceive you if you don't let them. If you're listening to your intuition and your spidey senses are up, people can't do those things. So, Cancer, it's a time where I feel like it's still some more waiting to do. You're in the middle of a waiting game, but what's gonna come out of this waiting is first of all, release of information, a release of what you know. You're going to see your instincts are right, your spirit guides are right, your higher powers are right, where you're being led is right. So if you had any doubts about the path that you're on, about what you're going through, where you're going, and if you're doing the right thing, if you're taking your time and taking care of yourself and taking things slow, you are doing the right thing, despite how other people take those things, despite of maybe some of the negative, even with that king of swords upside down, it could be negative rumors, negative, just things that aren't necessarily true, some untruths and things like that are going on. But the high priestess, because the past lifetime card was high priest or high priestess. So you have very strong intuition, Cancer. That is just something with a Cancer sign, especially if you're heavy in the water signs, or you have heavy Cancer in your chart. You have strong intuition, maybe even psychic capabilities. And this is from your past lifetime, and it plays a bearing in this lifetime and in your relationships now. So do not doubt what you know. Do not doubt what you feel, because things, when you look out, everything isn't always what they seem. And even things you may think on a mental level may be negative or are true, it may not be when you really listen to your intuition. So that's what you want to rely on, and that's what you want to use the power of your spiritualness. Use your power of your connection to the greater, the divine, the universe, to spirit, to the connection to your intuition, to guide you through this time where what's coming to you is worth waiting for, because it is going to lead to commitment. It's going to lead to engagement. You got the engagement card as an outcome. So whether this is someone you're dealing with now or someone new, you have some things to work through with yourself and with other people. Once you work through some of the communications and things are set right, and okay, well, this we got that in the air, we cleared the air, now we can move on to making a more of a commitment, more of an engagement. So you are, there may be some cancers out there where you just got engaged, you and a partner are thinking of moving things to more committed terms. So you guys could be talking about maybe moving in together. You guys could be talking about securing property and things like that. Just things that come along with an engagement and making more commitments. And you may be even engaging with each other, spending more time and things like that, because the card says your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And that's why I said it's important to take care of yourself first, Cancer, so you can be ready for the things that are gonna come. So, I'm at 23 minutes, guys, and I could really go on about this, but I think I really kind of gave you some guidance for this month and just what you need to do. I feel like, Cancer, the path you're going on is correct. It's going to take a little bit more time to release some of the negative emotions and move on and really make the most out of whatever, out of this Ace of Cups, a full cup, full happy emotions, love offerings and everything like that. Turning multiples into just two, because what's really funny is in all of the Doreen Virtue cards, which I would figure are most cards in her deck, since they are about love and romance. It's not, because some of these cards, I'm just looking through the deck. I've never gone through this whole deck. I shuffle the cards on the readings, and then I deal out what comes. I haven't sat here and looked at all the cards. So when I lay them out, it's straight off the intuition, straight out of my soul, what I feel on the cards. But in every card on the table, there's two people in every single card. So that tells me, especially with the Three of Swords reverse, if it's the dating game, if you guys have been out there dating, you or your partner or whoever, you're going to make a decision. This is going to dwindle down to two. You're going to see certain things and certain information, certain intuitive insights is going to come to you to help you make the decisions to lock in committed relationships, committed engagements. In every Doreen Virtue card, you have two, and you had the deception, the worth waiting for, and the engagement. So, and then, like I said, your past lifetime was the high priestess or priest. So, it is making decisions based upon solid intuitive information that you'll see. What you've been thinking is right. It's worth waiting for. This person that's gonna come in your life or that's already in your life, it's a special, it's a higher bond. It's definitely twin flame, soulmate type of bonds, because it's worth waiting for. If you guys, I'm gonna Google the card. I'll probably have it on the video. But worth waiting for is like angels. It's two angels in the card, and those angels are bringing something so worth it and so delicate. This is why you had to take the time to take care and to do the work on self, because when this gift is brought to you, it is truly from the heavens. As the Ace of Cups, as the Aces cards are, they are just gifts from the heavens, out of the blue, out of nowhere. So guys, I really hope that you enjoyed your reading. I wish you the best in November, and as we come to a close at the end of the year, come back and check for December love readings, and then I'm going to definitely do a New Year's wrap up, and as we go into 2017 and just what you can expect in 2017. And also check back in a few days as I post my winner of my 300th subscriber contest. I haven't chosen a winner yet, but after I get a few of these astrology videos out, I'll choose a winner and put a video up. And that prize was 2 free readings, one for November and one for December. I just wanted to wait a little closer to November. I didn't want to do the reading too far ahead of time. So now that we're right up on November, I'm going to put that video out. So Cancer, if you have any questions, if you want to talk about anything, put your comments down below. My email address will be in the description bar. If you want to chat, don't hesitate to email me. Also, for readings, choose any tarot reader of your choice or astrologer of your choice. But if you would like a reading, please hit me up below, and I will communicate the information necessary when you send me an email inquiring about a reading. And I wish you guys much love, much love, much light. And like I said, as we get to the end of the year, I'm gonna do a shout out to all of my tarot readers, all of my the people that I watch, and just people I really respect in the YouTube tarot and astrology community. And I want to shout out one of my sisters in tarot, my sisters in spirituality that are, she's working on getting her channel up and started. So can't wait for that. I'm just really excited about the things that are coming, guys. So stay tuned to Frequency Real Radio, because you know the frequency is real, and we do this for you with nothing but love. Peace, guys.